News from further afield in the U.S. presidential debate between former President Donald Trump and current Vice President Kamala Harris was one to watch as the two contenders literally went head-to-head, trading barbs on the campaign trail and finally confronting each other for the very first time face-to-face. Our very own Olive Burrows brings us the blow-by-blow.
Kamala Harris. Let's have a good debate.
Nice to see you. Have fun.
Thank you.
Right from the start, Democratic presidential candidate Kamala Harris got the upper hand in the first debate between herself and Donald Trump, the 45th president of the United States, and the Republican presidential candidate. The first presidential debate between the two with just 56 days to the November 5th poll. Though it might have been staged in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, for Harris at least, there were no pulled punches, the amused expression she wore on her face notwithstanding.
I think this is so rich, coming from someone who has been prosecuted for national security crimes, economic crimes, election interference, has been found liable for sexual assault, and his next big court appearance is in November at his own criminal sentencing.
There was no live audience for real-time reactions, but in the estimation of critics and polls alike, Harris emerged the stronger contender. She quickly put Trump on the defensive by bringing up subjects that have proven sore spots for him, the size of the crowds at his campaign rallies.
And I'm going to actually do something really unusual, and I'm going to invite you to attend one of Donald Trump's rallies, because it's a really interesting thing to watch. You will see during the course of his rallies, he talks about fictional characters like Hannibal Lecter. He will talk about windmills cause cancer. And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom.
The source of his wealth.
I grew up a middle-class kid raised by a hardworking mother who worked and saved and was able to buy our first home when I was a teenager. The values I bring to the importance of home ownership, knowing not everybody got handed $400 million on a silver platter and then filed bankruptcy 6 times.
And criticism of his performance.
If you want to really know the inside track on who the former president is, if he didn't make it clear already, just ask people who have worked with him. His former chief of staff, a 4-star general, has said he has contempt for the Constitution of the United States. His former national security advisor has said he is dangerous and unfit. His former Secretary of Defense has said the nation, the republic, would never survive another Trump term.
In the debate post-analysis, Trump lost points for allowing Harris to bait him instead of holding her feet to the fire on inflation, the Israel-Hamas war, the shambolic withdrawal of American troops from Afghanistan, and her position on fracking. If nothing else, Trump was consistent on the question of immigrants, branding them mentally unstable and criminals.
We have millions of people pouring into our country from prisons and jails, from mental institutions and insane asylums, and they're coming in and they're taking jobs that are occupied right now by African Americans and Hispanics, and also unions. Unions are going to be affected very soon. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
This was not the only astonishing statement of the night, and the hosts, ABC's moderators, fact-checked Trump on a number of his statements.
There is no state in this country where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born.
Immigration and abortion were not the only hot-button topics of the night. So was foreign policy.
And not favor our enemies because you adore strongmen instead of caring about democracy.
At the heart of the debate, however, was the state of the U.S. economy. And Harris, who promised tax cuts to prop up the middle class, was hard-pressed to differentiate herself from Joe Biden.
So she just started by saying she's going to do this, she's going to do that, she's going to do all these wonderful things. Why hasn't she done it? She's been there for 3.5 years. China was paying us hundreds of billions of dollars, and so were other countries, And, you know, if she doesn't like them, they should have gone out and they should have immediately cut the tariffs. But those tariffs are there 3.5 years now under their administration.
Olive Burrows, Citizen TV.